Welcome back to the Barrow. I am the Barrow-Wight, and today we're doing episode 2 of Factory Town. We'll get right into it, and let's see what's happening. Take a look at the town as we left it, have it paused here. It looks like we were starting a farm. And let's see. Well, let's just watch for a little bit. I have 190 something research points, which is nice. Those are the type that you need to make the laboratory. Intermediate logistics is needed because you have to have the ability to put all those different things in there before you can get the conveyor belts, the cloth conveyor belts. You get to see that guy shuffling paper. Boop. Boring job. Right all day long. He's just like, hey, here's some more paper. Here's some more paper. The guy in the school, he's studying. He's taking that paper, turning it into knowledge. Guy in the back doesn't know anything. He's just like, here's some paper. Town specialty. Now this is something fairly new for me. I've never played where I focused on that, where I knew where I took advantage of it. Processing seem to make sense right now because that's the basics of the game. So that means you get a bit of a bonus, though I don't know what that bonus is. So here, just kind of wait for a little bit, waiting for the technology points up there in the top left to get to 200 or whatever it was I needed to get the laboratory. Here we can slow it down again. Cloth conveyor belt. Nice. I guess that's what I needed it for. I thought I needed it for the laboratory. But that was just books, wasn't it? I don't know why I keep thinking it's technology points, because it's not yet. Those are something totally different, so just ignore me being confusing. I'm sitting here looking at it and just thinking those simple books or something else. Because technology is more than just the basic stuff. You can also get certain kinds of technology. And you'll see that we're going to do that soon. So I'll just kind of get to that topic when we actually get there. Sorry. Alright, so I'm making lots of conveyor belts. Filling my town center with them so I have them ready to use. Oh, and the paper boy just got fired. Technology. This is where technology, takes a job away from somebody. But it creates more leisure time. That guy can now go fishing for fun. Probably need to unpause it. There we go. And now paper automatically goes. So there's the magic of cloth conveyor belts. Now you'll find that for those things that will use chutes, they're faster. We're going to make cloth. I thought we were already making cloth in one of our factories. We could tell that wagon to sell it. Sell that cloth. Get some cotton in there. Okay. So now we have another workshop that's going to be making cloth. So I have one making cloth and in another workshop making the cloth conveyor belts. So let's get back over to the farm and see how we can make this functional. Because right now it's kind of ready to get into production, but it's not really doing anything useful for us. I guess I can split the flow of the grain and fill a barn full of grain. Whatever's not being turned into animal feed for the pasture. Then I need to get rid of these ponds. I did not need to make them. I was never really planning on having crops up front. I wanted the crops to be behind the barn. Or the farm building. So I have another barn here now because I also want to store manure or fertilizer. And the reason I want to store fertilizer is because you need to have that handy, like in a barn or in a silo or in the town center, if you want to be putting down farm tiles. And we're going to do that here in just a minute. It's what I've been working for with this farm in the first place, is trying to be able to get some farm tiles down. Because once you get farm tiles down, then the grain that's already there, or the grain that you plant, is renewable. Now here I don't know, it just doesn't occur to me to just delete the grabber. The grabber is on top of the conveyor belt. It is not part of the conveyor belt. But I couldn't grasp it for a minute here. So it's deleted now. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know why I couldn't figure it out. But I finally did, almost by accident. Here I'm trying to get the grain out of there, but really, you can't just delete stuff. You have to move it or have it moved out. Some buildings you can't move if there's stuff in them. But see, look at that. Now here again, I'm just confused. Here I say, oh, I don't want the grain from that barn on the left to go. It's not going to because there's no grabber. Again, it was just me not thinking straight. Easy to do sometimes, especially when you're not super familiar with everything. Or haven't played in a while, I guess I should say. I'm familiar enough. So here, now that I have some fertilizer, I can put down some farm tiles. I just don't have much fertilizer. Now I'm going to fool around with this farm for a while, and because it got so repetitive or so basically boring, just with very little happening, me just looking and looking and turning and looking, I sped it up really fast so you can see the action that was still going on, but it wasn't much happening. But I did get down some more tiles, farm tiles, and so remember, those are renewable, and because they're close to water and I'm providing fertilizer to the farm, they'll grow pretty quickly into usable grain, harvestable grain. So that's a decent little beginner setup right there. We've got some fields of grain automatically going into the pasture that's creating the fertilizer I need to keep growing food quickly. I've got the grain also going into a barn, and I've got the fertilizer the extra fertilizer that's not needed at the moment in a barn. So I'll have it available later when I need to freehand build some farm tiles. I don't really like the wood conveyor belt. It's slow. It's pretty cheap to build, I suppose, but I declined to build it. I don't know why I was looking at it there. I guess just thinking about it. But what I need is wooden rail and not wooden conveyor belts. So good. I had the research needed to build that. And it's pretty simple to build. Stone and planks. Gravel bed and planks. Oddly, you don't need iron. It is wooden rails. But you would think the tracks would have to be iron. There are iron tracks later, I think. And I would imagine they're much more fast. Much faster. Seems like I may have something wrong here. Wasn't it just planks and stone? Or did I have to turn the planks into something else? We'll look here in a second. So people are delivering wood to the lumber camp. There it goes. It's making planks. The planks are going into, yeah, they're going into the workshop. And then I should have these two guys on the red shirt. Yeah, there we go. The guy in the red shirt and the guy in the yellow shirt are delivering stone, and they're making the rails like we needed. Good. We were doing it right. It's not quick, but we're getting them. And when we get to 25, we'll raise the tech level. Look over there on the left to the top. I'm just kind of admiring the farm now and watching some of our inventory grow. We're about halfway to our goal of wooden rails. And that'll probably continue to grow slowly. It's at 13 now, just climbed one. Just trying to make sure this farm has water. So I think one thing I might need to check is I was putting the water on the outside of the crops, thinking the crops needed the water, but maybe it's just the barn, the farm building in the center that needs the water. I'll read up on that and make sure I do it right. Ooh. Maybe a tailor, make some shirts, make some other clothes, or a kitchen to make some better food. That'll make people happy. Ooh, I did it. And I can upgrade the town center. I think that'll put me at level 4. Look at, there it goes. Boom, come on. I did it, yes. Level 4. I don't know what it's good for, but I'm level 4. Don't you forget it. Oh, you other fools is level 3. Oh, that was a good pause. All right, so that is a kitchen. And kitchen has a lot of recipes. As you're going to see here in just a minute, we're going to start doing some fancy cooking. First, I'm going to have that workshop make some flour. Send that over to the kitchen. And then have a guy deliver wood to the kitchen so they can make fire. Next thing you know, they're making bread. And the people in Factory Town like bread. Grabbers do have filters, that's great. So now we'll build a big wide road over to the kitchen and set some wagons to delivering the food that we start making there. Look at that. and pick up that bread, take it to the food market, and we're going to start making money off of that. Oh, we've qualified. We finally got our 25 wooden rails. Yeah. Tech level. Now metallurgy, basic medicine, laboratory. I know I was talking about the lab earlier. Don't know why, but I was confusing the lab and the kitchen just by the graphic. Alright, so let's see. I think there's some other food I can consider making with the stuff I already have. Oh, there's some fish. I bet our villagers would like some fish. Just like with the fruit trees and the carrots, put a box and a guy out here, tell this guy to go fishing, and then have a wagon come out and get stuff out of the box. Alright, so he's going to pick up fish and just take it to the market. Because a lot of people like to cook their own food. But some people like to go to the kitchen to have their fish cooked for them. So, yep, cooked fish is now one of our recipes there. We have 2 workers in there. And we'll add a wagon and say, hey, get this cooked fish and take it to the food market. Now just think what our villagers are eating. They've got apples, they've got carrots, they've got fish, they've got cooked fish, they've got flour, they've got grain, and they've got bread. And they have bread now. And all of these things contribute to the happiness. And up there to the left, there's a happiness score, 94 of 120. We're at level 5 of that, and I'll hover over that in a little bit and we can see what it does exactly to get to the next level. We're kind of going up and down now because now we're only 90. Oh, now we're 99. I can make some apple juice. Look at that. That's worth 1. And an apple juice is worth 6. 1 apple is worth a gold coin, I think. And 1 apple juice is worth 6. There you go. Look at that. That's a tomato. So I was having some second thoughts. I was thinking, man, it's a long ways to deliver apples. Let's just build another kitchen. That's a really dumb hill. I should have flattened that a long time ago and just made a normal path. So here we're going to make some apple juice. So how am I going to get these apples over here? It's pretty close. Do I want to use a wagon? Or maybe, I don't know, what do you call it? Transport belt or a chute? Let's see what would work best. Now, buildings are often 3 of those frames tall. You go to 4, and it'll be too high to grab stuff out of the building, out of most buildings. I don't know about a crate. We'll have to check and see if a crate will pull at level 3, because a crate only looks to be 2 levels high. All right, we'll put a grabber on that and see if it pulls anything out. Nope. All right. Gonna have to rethink this. Destroying stuff is pretty easy. Just a right click, you get your resources back. That's what I love about this game. One of the things I love about it is it's about building. It's not about, you can min-max it, but it's not about having to do it perfectly. It's forgiving. You don't really lose. You just have fun figuring out how to get stuff done, and you can do it very efficiently, or you can do it super inefficiently but still get it done. Spaghetti factories work just fine. Here we go. Look at that. All right, now we have apple juice. Now our food market is just down the street. We don't have to go all the way across town and then all the way back. I think I've lost track of which wagon is doing what. And so I'm just kind of hanging out and waiting until I see the right one. Or I may just give up and build a new one. I'm sure there are ways to play this game where everything's super efficient and you have it just right and you have all your ratios perfect. But I like the organic way that towns just kind of flow together. And as you're learning, you have mistakes, just like old towns, like in Europe, where the roads are so old that they built them for people to walk through or horses to walk through, but cars and trucks can't get through them anymore because it's just too narrow. I like to see that here as these towns just kind of develop. I'm still collecting wagon wheels. Look at that. Nice. 123. I can make lots of wagons. All right, there goes my apple juice. It's on the road there now, heading back to town. Gonna sell to the folks in the food market. So I think we're kind of winding down this episode. We've been at it for more than 29 minutes. I don't like to keep it around 30. Let's see if there's anything else we want to make today, or maybe just kind of call it quits. I think I'm just looking here at all the different recipes. Look how many there are. And they can make your people happy. And the happier they are, the higher level you can get, the more people you can have. Veggie stew. Yeah, I have those carrots sitting over there. So for now, I'm just going to sell raw carrots in the food market. It'll be a while till we can make some veggie stew. So that was it for episode 2. Hope you liked it. I enjoyed making it. I do like Factory Town so much. I appreciate that you came in. I hope you take the time to hit a like or a subscribe. Or I guess those are your two best options. So thanks for coming by the Barrow. We hope to see you next time. I am the Barrow-Wight. Have a great one, everybody. Bye.